Welcome back. You're still watching The Breakfast Show. Now we have a final segment, but it's rather very interesting segment. Now, as the exams are going to start taking place, we're entering the month of April. Winter doesn't seem to be over yet, and the students need to be ready for the exam. There's a lot of things that need to be put in order and take place. Now, stress, of course, increases. Families declare emergency. There's no much time for sleep. Students get sleeping disorder, eating disorder. Now, all that are very important factors because they do very much affect the health, and that's exactly what Dr. Munir William Labib, Professor of Plastic Surgery and Dermatology, is going to be talking to us about today, and of course much more concerning his field. Thank you very much, and good morning, Doctor.
Good morning.
Good morning, Doctor. Among all the disorders that Yasmin have mentioned, what could be the solution for our kids now as the examinations are on the doors? May and June are due, and we need to know what is the suitable diet that could be fit for that stage in order so that they could achieve success in the school year.
Yes, let's start about types of diet. We divide all types of nutrition into 3 types of diet. At first, there is proteins, and different types of proteins are responsible for formation of muscles of the body, skin body, speed build, and so on. Proteins are present in all types, whether of animal origin or plant origin, may be present in beans, in meat, in milk, and so on. Second group of diet of nutrition is polysaccharides and carbohydrates and starch. And they are present in all types of sweets and so on. Third group is what is related to fats and lipids. And this group, second group, is responsible for energy, polysaccharides. Third group, which is fats, is responsible for second line of energy also, and responsible for formation of nerves. And fats are present either in liquid stage as sunflower oils or cotton oils and so on, or they are present in solid stage as butter. In addition, we find vitamins and minerals. So let's start your question. What about the diet responsible for our kids in order to face problems and stress? At first, we are in need for proteins. Proteins are responsible because proteins, once absorbed inside the body, they passes special types of amino acids passes to brain and asks brain to secrete what is known as serotonin. Serotonin is a substance which makes the body able to withstand pain and able to face stresses. This is number one. Number two, once we eat protein, there is a specific amino acid known as tryptophan. And this amino acid, which is tryptophan, the body doesn't form it, but it is taken from our diet. Tryptophan is important. Why? If we add sweets to the breakfast to our children, these types of polysaccharides help the body to secrete insulin. Insulin is a hormone is present inside the body which helps tryptophan, which is the amino acid present in our diet also, to enter inside the brain and re-secrete serotonin again. And serotonin helps the person in order to withstand pain and face stresses. So we ask our children to take a specific type of diets rich in protein and also rich in polysaccharides.
Yes, now, Doctor, during the exam period, and that's for the students, and it's the same ideology that applies in the family, that if they drink coffee and tea, they will be fully concentrating during their studying and they won't fall asleep, and of course that would help them in energy. Now, how bad what are the side effects, and is that a right thing to do or not? I mean, should you get your children to be addicted to caffeine in order for them to wake up and be fully concentrating, or should there be a substitute?
To start with, tea has a specific phyton, and also coffee has a specific phyton. Phyton is a substance which is of plant origin and which is a stimulant. So to start with, suitable amount from tea or from coffee is very important as a stimulant for all of us. But in excess, we find that this phyton goes to other side. It may be not a stimulant but inhibitory. This means that will not increase his effects, but it reduces his ability to face the day. So suitable amounts from tea or from coffee, I am with it, but not suitable or exists, has the reverse effect, which makes our children not able to continue this day. I know some of my patients take lots of coffee, and once he is in need to sleep, he drinks coffee.
Yes.
This is the reverse.
My father is like that.
Yes, you see.
He sleeps.
So,
he drinks coffee to wake up and drinks coffee to sleep.
yes. So excess stimulation makes the reverse effect, which is inhibition.
So it's starting to calm him instead of trying to alert him
Yes,
to
of
stay
course.
up. Well, people listen to health tips and they rush to the healthy foods, and but at the same time they do not apply it the right way. And for example, they would consider apples and oranges and strawberries and pineapple instead of candy and other stuff that is artificial. But they would squeeze the orange and the apple and the strawberry into juice, and they would put it in the fridge for maybe until the evening or the next day. But is that healthy? How far is that true? I mean, should all the fruits be eaten raw in order to preserve the vitamins inside them?
Of course, they must be eaten raw. But if you leave it for long period, you're making it
What
raw
happens?
in the morning, and by the end of the day, you try to bake it. Lots of its minerals and lots of its vitamins are lost. You see? Instead, I say that there are some types of nutrients, some type of our nutrients are responsible to make the person calm and feel something such as love. Such nutrients or such types of food, as you see, there are 3 types of foods I also advise my patients to take. The first one is carrots. Carrots contains what is known as beta-carotene, whether carrots are red or orange or yellow. These beta-carotenes are the precursor or the former of vitamin A. Vitamin A is the very important and responsible for formation of the skin. Vitamin A is the cement of the skin. This vitamin A makes the patient more calm. The second type of nutrient is lettuce. Lettuce is also full of mineral known as potassium. Potassium, once we eat this lettuce, we find it is absorbed inside blood. Potassium increases alkalinity of the blood. Once any person of us, there is increase in potassium in blood, there is increase in alkalinity, it becomes more calm and blood pressure becomes low. The third type of nutrients is banana. Banana also is very important as a nutrient important for making the person calm and makes him feel some element of love. This banana contains also lots of nutrients and potassium, which is responsible for decreasing the body mood and decrease the blood pressure. In the meantime, we find in banana there is decrease in calcium and nutrients and some types of lipids. If we add banana
With milk.
to milk, we find there is a good compound which is full of all nutrients needed by the person all the day. And so I advise my parents and my persons and my kids either to take banana or lettuce or even milk with banana to be all over the day. This makes them feel calm, makes them feel quiet, and can face any problems present all over the day.
Speaking about means of being calm and quiet and you know, just in a perfect mood, is exercise and walking. How important is walking and exercise, and how long should a person walk or exercise each day?
I'm glad to listen to this question. Exercise are very important in 3 ways. In the first way, exercise prevents precipitation of low density lipids, what is known as low density triglycerides, on the wall of arteries and veins, and so they prevent the formation of cardiac attacks and brain attacks. This is number 1. Number 2, exercise makes destruction of lipids more than destruction of polysaccharides, and so we can take energy through lipids, which are difficult in their destruction. Number 3, exercises are important because they make taking lipids from the subcutaneous tissue more than taking lipids from muscles, and so the person becomes more strong and can enjoy his life with good health. So exercise is very important for us. And I ask all my patients, almost always, they continue their exercise. Just walking is very important as continuous exercise. But it is very bad for any person to be in good mood and practice exercise and stop suddenly. This comes to the reverse way. We find every bad problems such as problems, cardiac problems, pendulous abdomen, problems in knees and so on, may face this person if he stops suddenly his exercise.
Right, talking about problems and hazardous, let's say, food, there are some mistakes that we do it unintentionally or without knowledge that might lead us to problems like the problems that you've been talking about, like the way we cook the liver, or frying with olive oil or heating olive oil at 60 degrees, or maybe the fried shrimps for people with high cholesterol. Is it only fried shrimps or all types of shrimps? Eating fish or taking iodine for people with hyperthyroidism, I mean things like that. So if you could correct our knowledge, because the extreme and these things might lead us to sometimes catastrophes.
Of course, I agree with you with most of what you said, and I continue and adding that eating during watching TV or eating during reading the newspaper is not advised.
It's my favorite hobby, even though
every one of us do that.
Favorite thing.
Also,
the best thing to do.
Yes. Also, we have the meat must be not at night, but it must be at lunch or at 6 p.m. It's very bad for us to leave our main meat to be at night. Because, why? Because once you eat at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., you will find the stomach takes lots of what its contents, and in this time, if there is cardiac problem, you will find the stomach takes lots of blood from the heart. And if the patient himself suffering from cardiac problem, ischemia or what and so on, we will find once he sleeps, there is a catastrophe which occurs in early morning, because there is a decrease of amount of blood which is taken by the stomach at night. So we advise all persons not to let the main meal to be late in the night, but it must be late in the noon. Also, we have many advices. We ask persons to take lots of vegetables which contains vitamin A, which is responsible for formation of skin, and in the meantime, it is anti-carcinogenic. Also, we ask our persons to take lots of fruits, because fruits contains vitamin C, which is responsible for strength of the blood capillaries, arteries and veins. Also, we ask to be away from fried meat. It's better to be with steamed meat and so on. Also, we ask persons to increase amount of meat or proteins of plant origin, to be away from proteins of animal origin, because of plant origin are best. This leads
like
to
what, doctor?
You see, in the National Institute of Cancer in Washington, in the States, said that there are 20 top types of fruits, vegetables, and plants which are anti-cancer, anti-carcinogenic. On top of these 40 types of food, garnet comes on the top, onion, orange, lemon, lettuce, tomato, potato.
Fibers.
These are fibers, these are of plant origin, these are anti-cancer, these
Yes.
anti-carcinogenic. These are the top of 40 types of food to be taken in our meals.
Yes. Now, doctor, briefly, because we're running out of time, the final question is the number of hours that students should sleep, or those who are under exam time should sleep, in order for them to rest themselves and at the same time be healthy.
From my own opinion, it must be 8 hours, but can be cut. Can be 2 hours at midnight in the noon and 6 hours at night, but not less than 8 hours.
8 hours.
Yes, they are suitable for any person.
What if we exceed that time? Is it going to be...
everything will deteriorate. Everything, يحصل, there is decrease in strength, in mental strength, in power of the person, in his ability to concentrate. Everything will decrease. And
Right.
I don't advise any person to take the less than 8 hours.
side.
Very well. Dr. Munir William Labib, Professor of Plastic Surgery and Dermatology, thank you very much for joining us on the Breakfast Show today.
Thank you.
And I guess right now we're going to be taking a quick look over the world of entertainment news.